It's Thursday, the 1st of August, and you are watching Primetime News. Very good evening. I'm Selima Shimwefeleni Masipa. In our lead story, President Nangolo Mbumba on Wednesday said it would be impossible for the government to award study grants to every student through the Namibia Students Financial Assistance Fund, or NSFAF, as funding will not be sufficient. Eba Kandavadu filed our lead story.
Mbumba made the remarks in response to such a suggestion during a courtesy visit by the United Democratic Front UDF leadership, led by its president Hendrik Gouwabeb. The party's spokesperson Mabasan Narib, while engaging Mbumba, said young professionals currently face the burden of paying back the study loans on top of prevalent financial hardships. Narib further remarked that UDF does not want young Namibians to graduate into debt, as times are already hard and young professionals have to pay back these loans for long periods of time. Narib called on the government to look into ways to turn NSFAF loans into grants. On his side, Mbumba said employed beneficiaries should pay back their study loans to enable newer generations to equally benefit from the study scheme. He also added that socialism would be a difficult ideology to achieve as many factors are involved. Mbumba further explained that there was a need to understand where the resources being used to fund NSFAF beneficiaries were coming from. Mbumba explained that the fund is funded by taxpayers, adding that money would not be enough to cater for every student if the government were to transform the loan into a grant. NSFAF provides financial assistance by ways of loans to eligible Namibian students at recognized institutions of higher learning. Konjeni Mbinga reporting for Primetime News.
Now moving on to the oil and gas sector, the Minister of Mines and Energy, Tom Alwendo, stated today that although oil has been discovered in Namibia, production has not yet started. Alwendo made these remarks in the capital during the official launch of the Wells to Wheels oil and gas omni-channel project. This project aims to engage a larger audience through various platforms such as podcasts. Sylvia Hashundali was at the event and filed this report.
The Constitution of the Republic of Namibia holds this position and says, all the resources below and above the surface of the land and in the continental shelf and within the territorial waters and the exclusive economic zone of Namibia shall belong to the state if they are not otherwise lawfully owned. All what we really have is a discovery. We do not yet have a fully fledged commercial producing entities. And there's a difference. We've got a discovery, but we don't have productions yet. The companies that made the discoveries are now busy analyzing the data to see how best to translate this discovery into production. Also into production that is commercially viable. It is therefore important that as communities of interest, like we are here this morning, that we must seek to understand what this discovery means so that we ensure that we do not miss each other in communicating and also in terms of our expectations.
Minister in the presidency, Christine Hoebes, said the government is committed to providing support to farmers, households and livestock across the country. Konjeni Mbinga brings us more.
The minister in the presidency urged those requiring assistance to reach out to the various government offices in their regions. She further called on those entrusted with the responsibility of providing aid to do so with the utmost empathy and timeliness. She further stated that exhibitions such as this one are important to the socio-economic development of Namibia since they have a positive impact on the country's economy. She indicated that by attracting exhibitors and participants from various regions within Namibia and beyond, they create a diverse pool of opportunities and interactions that drive economic growth and foster collaboration. Town Mayor Omri On Kavanje said the global economic crisis has impacted businesses of all sizes, and Ehanna is no exception. The expo therefore aims to empower residents and SMEs by introducing them to new business strategies such as networking, information sharing, innovative ideas, diversification, and forming new partnerships. Kavanje indicated that events like this are crucial as they provide direct access to potential customers and sales leads. He further said the Ehanna Expo is a key factor in their strategic plan for economic development, complementing government efforts towards Vision 2030, NDP 5-6, and the Harambee Prosperity Plan 2. The expo is being held under the theme Reviving Local Economy through Business Resilience, Innovation and Diversification. The expo is expected to conclude on Sunday. Konjeni Mbinga reporting for Primetime News.
Founding president of Team Progress Namibia, Sakaria Kandenge, launched their Alliance Manifesto today. Team Progress Namibia is an affiliate of independent presidential candidate Eli Angula. We now bring you a studio interview with Kandenge.
As part of the Ali Angula Alliance, we are going to respect everyone. We are going to promote human rights that is respecting everybody, because human rights begins even before a person is born. When a fetus is already in the womb, that is where the human right is starting. Because that person is eating, is breathing oxygen in the womb, must be treated with love and care while already in the womb. And then we shall promote healthy relationships, family and marriage between men and women. That is between male and female only. Because remember, our manifesto is guided by Christian values. That is what we are going to push within the Namibian parliament when we are elected by the Namibian people come November.
Stay tuned for your top roundup with the business segment thereafter. Welcome to Primetime Biz, your premier source for all things business related. Telecom Namibia on Wednesday activated the Equano submarine cable. The cable has a capacity of 4 terabytes per second. Isabel Bento filed this report.
It envisions as Namibia transformed into a knowledge-based society, leveraging technology for the betterment of all its citizens as per the sustainable development goals of both our countries and the United Nations Organization. The arrival of Equano cable alongside the existing West Africa cable system serves as a powerful testament to our commitment to regional connectivity. These strategic investments, some co-funded with valued partners like the government of the Republic of Botswana, And BOFINET, in the case of wax, not only strengthens bilateral relations, but also ensures reliable international bandwidth for Namibia and her neighbors as well.
Mobile Telecommunications Company, or MTC, and the Motor Vehicle Accident Fund of Namibia, or MVA, on Wednesday donated 8 classrooms, a computer lab, and a storeroom worth $3.4 million Namibian dollars to Tsumeb Secondary School. Gabriel Thomas brings us the details.
Therefore, today's donation to Tsumeb Primary School marks a significant milestone. These new classrooms, a computer lab, and a storeroom will not only provide much-needed space, but it will also create a more conducive environment for teaching and learning, as I said. Education is a cornerstone for our society, and it thrives in spaces where learners and teachers can engage without constraints of overcrowding and inadequate facilities. Many a times we expect miracles from teachers, for which I really would like to thank them. Our teachers for perseverance, resilience, and the love for the nation, and the love for their communities, the communities they serve, and the love for the nation. Was it not for that commitment, honestly, I do not know what would happen in our schools. Thank you, my teachers. Give yourself a round of applause.
This brings us to the end of tonight's top segment. We now consult the weather oracle on tomorrow's countrywide conditions, followed by a roundup of the latest economic news and the Sport Planet segment. Welcome to Sport Planet, the segment dedicated to all things sporting action. We commence with the Olympics news, where Rafael Nadal admitted he may have played at Roland Garros for the final time after he and Carlos Alcaraz were dumped out of the Olympic men's doubles on Wednesday. The Spanish Dream Team lost their quarterfinal in Paris 6-2, 6-4 to the US fourth seeds Austin Krajicek and Rajiv Ram. Nadal and Alcaraz, dubbed Nadal-Caraz, have been one of the main talking points at the Paris Games tennis tournament, wowing the crowds in their first two matches. But they came unstuck in the last 8 against doubles specialists Krajicek and Ram, who both have Grand Slam winning pedigree. Nadal, a 14-time French Open champion, is immortalized with a statue at Roland Garros. But the 38-year-old has slumped to 161 in the world after a succession of injuries and faces relentless questions over his future. Staying with Olympics, despite promises that France's famed gastronomy would be showcased in the Paris Olympic Village, many athletes have been left unimpressed by the catering and hungry for more meat on the eco-friendly menus. At a trial run at the Olympics Village restaurant in June, Games Supremo Tony Estrange stressed how Paris 2024 was aiming to cut the average carbon emissions per meal in half compared to previous Olympics by offering more vegetarian food.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of comments. Most of them are very positive, and you're right, when we talk about food, there's also a question of taste. No, just to say that we've worked with the NOCs for months on the menu that are provided to the athletes. They were all shared with them previous to the games, so that we make sure that we can provide with them with the right menus and food needed for their performances, their well-being.
Stay tuned for your sports roundup. And this concludes your Thursday's edition of Primetime News. Many thanks for tuning in. A friendly reminder to follow the on-screen prompts and subscribe to the Nampa TV platform to stay updated on developments shaping the global village. On behalf of myself, Salima Shimwe Feleni Masipa, and my dedicated crew behind the scenes, it's good night.